just outclassed, as the Hawks, being one of the worst teams in the NHL, face off against the defending champions and Florida Panthers. They were completely outclassed in this game. The Hawks looked bad. However, they were the team to score first in this game just 7 seconds into the game. But Peter Mrazek was the only one who truly showed up to play for the Blackhawks tonight. They played bad. It was a bad game from the start to finish by the Chicago Blackhawks. I have to say it frankly. I get we're in a rebuild, and I get that this team has a lot of holes. Well, today they had more of a veteran presence on the defense as Connor Murphy returns to the lineup for the first time since the Winter Classic. For the defense pairs of Jones, Vlasic, Martinez, Brody, Crevier, and Murphy, those aren't the exact pairs. I was just saying who were out there. Crevier gets injured in the game. The Hawks just looked bad. They got outpaced, outplayed, out everything. They just hung Peter Mrazek out to dry. That's what this game was. Shots on goal, 44-25 in favor for the Florida Panthers. However, first period of play, 22-4 in favor for the Panthers. Second period of play, it was a little bit more even, 12-14 in favor for the Panthers. Third period of play, 9-8 in favor for the Blackhawks. This was just a bad game by the Blackhawks from start to finish. They may have scored 7 seconds into the game, setting a Blackhawk franchise record for fastest goal in team history to start a game, but it's not anything when you lose 5-1, completely looking like a complete disaster on ice for the first 19 minutes and 53 seconds of the game. I could say it like that because we scored 7 seconds into the game. So, let's get into this game, shall we? The Hawks started off, they get on the board as soon as people still haven't got down to their seats. Because 7 seconds into the game, scored by number 84, Landon Slager. His second of the season, assisted by number 8, Ryan Donato. Donato ties up the faceoff at opening faceoff, gets the puck up to Slager going down the ice, and Slager beats Bobrovsky 7 seconds into the game. However, after the Hawks scored, it was all Florida Panthers. The Hawks get stuck on their heels, and the Panthers press. Hawks can't do much to get the puck out of the defensive zone. Panthers up to 10 shots on goal in the first 5 minutes of play. In the first 5 minutes of play, well, the Panthers get on the board at 5:28 in the first period. Gadjovic scores his second of the season, assisted by Greer and Mikkola to make it a 1-1 game. What happens here? Mrazek kind of gets tied up by Greer, who pinned Mrazek's leg to the post, but the Hawks call a challenge. They see Dickinson check Greer down, and Greer should have still got up easy enough, but he decides to pin Mrazek. Puck goes in. Hawks go to the PK because the refs deemed it a good goal. The Panthers have a power play, and the Panthers press. Hawks get the puck out of the zone, killing the power play, however. But 5 minutes later at 10:19, in the first period, Sam Reinhart gets basically an open net for his 30th of the season, assisted by Barkov and Ekblad. A bad back check by Bedard here. I will say that. And Reinhart skates in and puts it in the net. Hawks down by 1. The Hawks end up going down by 1 after 1. It's a 2-1 game for the Panthers. Now I want to talk about ESPN and their terrible broadcasting for a little bit. To start the game off, the main broadcast, the play-by-play broadcast of John Buccigross decides to say the Hawks have played 6 goalies this season. No, they have not. They've played only 3. Peter Mrazek, Arvid Soderblom, and Drew Commesso. And then he, after the Landon Slager goal, he said that's Slager's second goal of his career. No, it's not. It's his 3rd goal of his career, 2nd on the season. And then they continue to talk about saying how the Hawks have such a young defense core tonight. Well, they didn't. They had a lot of players over the age of 30 out there. In the intermission report, freaking Mark Messier decides to go off on Connor Bedard, saying he should have been benched for the poor back check on the Sam Reinhart goal. This isn't the 80s or 90s where you have coaches like Mike Keenan going blue to the face, screaming at players anymore. So I just wanted to kind of get into that. So we go into the second period of play where the Hawks are down by 1 and they go down by 3 in this period. However, the second period of play, the Hawks had a couple chances. They had a couple power plays, did not do anything with them. They moved the puck well in the second period, slowed the pace down because the Panthers outplayed the Hawks the entire first period of play. Hawks kept the play on their side and getting some chances off, but Bobrovsky said no. However, 16:29 in the first period, Matthew Tkachuk scores his 17th of the season, redirected into the net, assisted by Reinhart and Verhaeghe. Hawks don't clear the puck out of the zone, leading to the Panthers to set up an attack, and, well, Tkachuk with a redirection up front of the net, it goes in. It's a 3-1 Panther lead after 2. Going to the second period, into the third period of play, Hawks just look sluggish, and while 10 seconds into the third period, Evan Rodriguez scores his 12th of the season, assisted by Lundell, to make it a 4-1 Panthers lead. The Panthers decide to dump the puck into the Hawks defensive zone. Vlasic can't get to the puck cleanly. Strong forecheck by the Panthers leads to a goal against for the goal against on the Blackhawks, meaning it's 4-1 Panthers. The Panthers continue to press this entire period, and, well, they get another goal off the power play this time. At 9:37 in the third period, Carter Verhaeghe scores his 12th of the season, assisted by Reinhart and Barkov, to make it a 5-1 Panther lead. It's rough. It was rough to see because the Hawks lose this thing 5-1. They don't play well. ESPN continued to rag on the Hawks throughout the entire game. Talked about the 4 nations like every 10 seconds of the game, I should say. As you could tell, I'm not a fan of when ESPN is calling Blackhawk games, especially when John Buccigross is on the play-by-play. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on today's game and what you hope to see can change with this team going into our next game against the Edmonton Oilers. So thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And ESPN, please stop calling Chicago Blackhawk games.